Hi, I'm John Picarello from Lions Pride Leadership, and today I'd like to talk to you just for a few minutes about a year in reflection. And this is almost December, it's up before Thanksgiving as we're recording this, and usually this is the time of year that I like to look back at the entire year. I usually take that last quarter of the year and reflect on my performance. Did I hit the target goals that I set for myself toward the end of last year? And looking forward to next year, the reflection is all about, can I outdo myself next year as I did this year? If you're a lifelong learner, then you always want to improve. You want to be better next year than you are this year. So what I usually do is I take the last quarter, and in the last quarter, I'll take usually the 2 months, usually it's October and November, and I'll start assessing each month going back to January and each quarter. And I'll see how I did month by month. Did I hit my target goals for each quarter? Was I improving? And then personally, my personal bests and the desires where I wanted to grow, the goals I set for myself the year before, I want to see how well I did. So I track it throughout the year. And as I come to the fourth quarter, I take what I have and I look through it and see what needs to be changed, what needs to be improved, and what really do I need to just disregard because it's really no longer in line with the purpose for next year. So I would encourage you to start doing that. Take a few minutes, and you could take in a pad. I'm old-fashioned, so I still have a legal pad and pen, and I like to write it out. I'll section it out, and I'll cut it in half, and then I'll have the first half of the year, bottom page, second half of the year. And then the top half, I'll just cut that in half too, and I'll start doing a quarterly assessment of myself. And this is both my personal, my family, also in business. I'll look at the articles that I'm writing. I'll look at any speaking engagements I had. And then I also take into consideration organization. So I'll look at my study area at home, which I have a home office, and how is it set up? Is it still serving me well? Is my library still serving me well? And when I'm looking at that, I'm also looking at books that, did I finish the ones that I had set myself to read this year, and have I purchased the ones that I'm going to use next year? And when you put all this together, and the advantage is it's preparation. And your next year won't catch you by surprise. A lot of people would wake up on January 1st and then start thinking about their New Year's resolutions and so on. And I personally don't make New Year's resolutions. I used to do that a lot and find out by February they're out the window. So what I do is I set year-long goals, and they're not resolutions because these are in line with my purpose, and those are benchmarks that I'm looking at toward the end of the year. How did I do in each quarter? How did I do first half, second year? And then also, how am I doing with the people that I'm leading? How are they doing? And I assess my performance with them. I give a survey to my teams, and I ask them to assess me, how I was doing this year, and I take their suggestions, and I put that all together, and I come up with a pretty good plan for the following year. So I would encourage you to reflect on the past year. And this way you can go into the end of the year and New Year's Eve without regrets, just thanking, because even your failures are a learning experience, and you set yourself up for a positive note for next year. So I hope this helped you, and until then, have a Merry Christmas, have a Happy New Year, and I'll look forward to speaking to you again.